If you're a man over 60, listen carefully, because what I'm about to reveal could change the course of your health. Waking up 3, 4, even 5 times a night to urinate is not normal, and it's not just part of aging. That constant fatigue, that urgency, that weak stream, it's a warning from your prostate. And here's the shocking truth. It may not be your age that's destroying your prostate, but a simple daily habit you've been repeating for years without even thinking about it. A habit that inflames your gland, disrupts your hormones, and quietly steals your freedom, your energy, and even your intimacy. And yet, no one is warning you. Not your friends, not your family, and often not even your doctor. That ends today. Welcome to Senior Health Advice, the channel dedicated to helping men reclaim their vitality and confidence. Before we dive into this eye-opening truth, I want you to take action right now. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss these life-saving tips. And let me know in the comments. Type yes if you've ever struggled with frequent urination at night, or no if you haven't. Your comment isn't just feedback, it helps us reach more men who need this message. And if you find this valuable at any point, hit the like button, because the more engagement this video gets, the more YouTube will share it with men silently suffering just like you. Now, what if I told you the reason your prostate keeps getting worse isn't your age, isn't your genetics, but one overlooked habit? And what if you could stop it, starting tonight? Stay with me until the end, because I'm not only going to reveal that hidden danger, but I'll also share a 15-second bedtime ritual that has helped countless men finally sleep through the night and feel like themselves again. This is not theory. This is real medicine, backed by decades of experience treating men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who thought it was too late. I've seen men walk in drained and hopeless, only to walk out weeks later with energy, stronger flow, and a spark in their eyes. And I want that for you. So let's begin, because your prostate isn't waiting. Here's the first hidden habit quietly destroying your health. The first destructive habit may surprise you, because on the surface it feels logical. You've probably even been told it's smart, but it's one of the worst things you can do for your prostate: cutting back on water in the evening. Many men proudly tell me, "Doc, I stopped drinking water after dinner so I won't wake up at night." But here's the hidden truth. When you deprive your body of water, your urine becomes darker, more acidic, and more irritating to your bladder and prostate. Instead of calming things down, it actually increases urgency. That's why so many men wake up at 1 a.m., then 3, then 5, only to pass a weak trickle. I had a patient named Michael, 67. He thought cutting water early was the solution, but it only made him worse. When we shifted to steady hydration throughout the day, tapering off just 90 minutes before bed, not cutting it off, he told me he finally slept through the night again. Water is not your enemy. It flushes toxins, reduces inflammation, and calms your prostate. Dehydration only makes things worse. Sip consistently during the day and taper gently before bed. But if water isn't the problem, what about sitting? Could those long, quiet hours in your recliner be doing damage too? The second habit that damages your prostate seems harmless. You've earned the right to relax after decades of work, but too much sitting creates a silent storm. Hours in the recliner, watching TV or reading, comforting, yes, but your prostate pays the price. Sitting too long puts pressure on your pelvic region, restricting blood flow. Less oxygen, fewer nutrients, slower healing. Inflammation builds, swelling your prostate and worsening urgency and weak flow. Frank, a 72-year-old retired school principal, told me proudly, "Doc, I earned this chair." And he had. But that stillness was trapping him in a cycle of worsening symptoms. His body was built to move, not to stagnate. The fix is simple. Every 30 minutes, stand up, stretch, walk a few steps, look out the window. These micro movements release pressure and restore circulation. Frank set a timer, stood up every half hour, and within weeks, his symptoms improved. Don't let comfort become a cage. And while sitting too long fuels inflammation, another culprit may be sitting right on your breakfast table. That first cup of coffee in the morning feels like a gift, doesn't it? But caffeine doesn't just wake your mind, it wakes your bladder. It stimulates urine production and overstimulates bladder muscles. For an aging prostate already sensitive, That push can tip the balance. Gary, 70, drank coffee in the morning, iced tea in the afternoon, and cola at night. He thought nothing of it until he was waking up 4 times a night. When I told him to cut back to just one morning cup and switch to herbal teas, he hesitated. But within 10 days, he was sleeping longer, his urgency decreased, and his stream felt stronger. You don't have to give up coffee entirely. That one morning cup, enjoy it. But beyond that, moderation matters. Every extra dose of caffeine is like poking your bladder and prostate again and again. And if caffeine irritates your prostate, wait until you hear what certain foods do. Food isn't just fuel, it's information for your body. And highly processed meals, sausages, deli meats, frozen dinners, packaged snacks, send the wrong message. Loaded with preservatives and unhealthy fats, they inflame your tissues. Spicy foods do their own damage. Chili peppers, hot sauces, fiery seasonings, they irritate the bladder and pelvic nerves, creating false alarms. You feel like your bladder is full even when it's not, leaving you rushing to the bathroom again and again. Bill, 68, thought he was doing everything right, but his diet, bacon and eggs, deli sandwiches, spicy chili, was fueling his prostate inflammation. When he shifted to cleaner meals, grilled chicken, vegetables, walnuts, he said, "Doc, I feel clearer, lighter, more like myself again." Every meal either fights inflammation or feeds it. And even if you fix your diet, there's another habit that crushes your bladder and prostate in silence. We've all done it. You're in traffic, watching a game, or busy with errands, and you hold it. But resisting the urge to urinate is one of the most underestimated dangers to your prostate. Each time you hold it, your bladder stretches beyond what it should. Like blowing up a balloon too much, over and over. That stretching creates downward pressure on your prostate. Over time, tissues swell, nerves irritate, and urination becomes weaker and incomplete. It doesn't stop there. When your bladder doesn't empty fully, stagnant urine becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. Infections inflame the bladder and prostate, turning a small problem into a painful cycle. Tom, 67, a retired firefighter, trained himself for years to hold it on long shifts. Now, he was waking up 5 times a night. When he realized the damage, he shook his head and said, "I wish I had known sooner." The rule is simple. When your body says go, listen. Ignoring the urge feels harmless, but it's a silent attack every single time. And if you think that's bad, the next habit poisons your entire body, even if you don't do it yourself. Everyone knows smoking is dangerous, but few realize how directly it poisons the prostate, even secondhand smoke. Cigarettes release thousands of chemicals that restrict blood flow, rob tissues of oxygen, and fuel inflammation. Over time, the prostate loses its ability to heal. Blood vessels narrow, tissues stiffen, and discomfort grows. Walter, 72, had quit smoking years ago, but his Friday poker nights in smoke-filled rooms kept his prostate inflamed. When he switched to hosting games at home, smoke-free, his sleep and energy improved within weeks. Smoking isn't just a lung problem, it's a prostate problem. And secondhand smoke is just as destructive. If you smoke, quitting is the greatest gift you can give your future. And if you've quit, protect yourself from exposure. But even if you avoid smoke, another common habit may still be fueling your symptoms, one that's sitting on your dinner plate right now. Steaks, burgers, bacon, sausages, they taste good. They feel hearty, but they quietly fuel inflammation. Packed with saturated fats and preservatives, they inflame your prostate meal after meal. Joe, 70, a retired Navy veteran, ate red meat daily. His nights were restless, his flow was weak, and he was exhausted. After cutting down to just once or twice a week and adding lean proteins and vegetables, he said, "Doc, I didn't realize how heavy I felt until I stopped." It's not about giving up meat forever, it's about balance. Food can heal or harm, and when your prostate is already sensitive, balance is everything. And if diet is powerful, what about the weight you carry around your waist? That belly fat may be doing more damage than you realize. Many men dismiss belly fat as just a few pounds. But belly fat isn't quiet. It's toxic, metabolically active tissue. It converts testosterone into estrogen, fueling prostate growth. More estrogen, less testosterone, and suddenly your gland swells, your nights grow restless, and your energy fades. Leonard, 64, asked me, "Doc, how much harm can a belly really do?" More than he imagined. That fat was pumping out inflammatory chemicals, damaging vessels, straining his heart, and inflaming his prostate. The good news? You don't need to lose 40 pounds to see results. Even a modest 5% weight loss can ease symptoms. Leonard started small, short walks, cutting soda, more vegetables. Within weeks, he was sleeping better and feeling lighter. He told me, "Doc, it feels like I got a piece of myself back." Your waistline tells a story, and trimming it may be one of the fastest ways to reclaim your prostate health. But there's one final habit that ties everything together. The last destructive habit isn't in your kitchen or your recliner, it's inside you. Chronic, uncontrolled stress. Men are taught to tough it out, but your body feels what your mind hides. Stress floods you with cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol inflames your prostate, tightens pelvic muscles, lowers testosterone, and disrupts sleep. Richard, 69, admitted, "Doc, I'm not the kind of guy who talks about stress. I just keep going." But his body was screaming. Nighttime trips, exhaustion, fading intimacy. We started small. 10 minutes of deep breathing, morning walks, journaling once a week. Within weeks, his symptoms eased, and he said, "Doc, I feel like I can finally exhale." Managing stress isn't weakness, it's strategy. And when you calm your mind, you calm your prostate. We've uncovered 9 daily habits that silently inflame your prostate, disrupt your sleep, and drain your energy. Cutting back on water, sitting too long, too much caffeine, processed and spicy foods, holding your urine, smoking, too much red meat, belly fat, and chronic stress. Each one seems small on its own, but together they create the perfect storm. And yet, here's the truth. You are not broken. You are not weak. You simply didn't have the full picture. Now you do. Every habit is a choice, and the right choices can calm your prostate, quiet your nights, and restore your vitality. I've seen it happen for men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who thought it was too late. It never is. Don't wait until symptoms are unbearable. You can start tonight. And here's one of the simplest tools, a 15-second bedtime ritual. Before bed, take a few sips of water. Place one hand on your abdomen, take 3 deep breaths, and consciously relax your pelvic floor muscles. That signal tells your bladder and prostate, it's time to rest. Men who do this report fewer bathroom trips, deeper sleep, and stronger mornings. Now here's my challenge. Pick just one habit from this list and change it this week. Not all 9, just one. Progress, not perfection, transforms your life. If this video spoke to you, hit the like button right now. It tells YouTube this message matters. Share it with a brother, a friend, a father, someone who needs it, and join the conversation in the comments. Which of these habits hit home for you? Your story might inspire someone else to take action. You're not too old and it's not too late. Your prostate is listening. Starting tonight, you can give it what it needs. This is senior health advice. Until next time, take care of yourself and never stop choosing health.